A busy one today, and the biggest headline is that Real Madrid keep popping up again, this time over both Adam Wharton and Michael Olise. There's also serious Premier League movement around Chelsea, with Santos and Chalobah both in the frame, while Tottenham and Juventus are circling a few different names. And don't miss the smaller but very live stories, Fiorentina moving for DRAGUSIN, plus Newcastle and Liverpool both being linked with midfield targets. Let's start with the done deals. DRAGUSIN looks set for a move to Fiorentina, with Sky Sports reporting an initial loan that includes an obligation to buy if the conditions are met. The overall deal is said to be worth up to £21.4 million. That's the kind of structure that usually points to a transfer moving very close to the line. On the evidence here, this one sounds properly advanced and very close to completion. Now, the hot rumours. Santos is a live one for Manchester United, with The Guardian and The Sun both reporting interest. The Guardian say talks between the clubs have not yet started, but an offer is expected, and they put the Chelsea midfielder at around £50 million. The same report also says Newcastle are linked, while United are pushing on after missing out on other targets. That combination of multiple outlets, a clear valuation and an expected bid makes this one feel much more advanced. Sporting CP's rejection of Atletico Madrid's opening offer for HJULMAND is a meaningful development, and Arsenal are also thought to be in the race. Jogo described the dismissal of Atletico's bid as a boost for Arsenal, which suggests this is already beyond casual interest. There's no fee given, but an opening offer being turned down tells us the conversation has started. That puts this firmly into the hot category, even if the next step is still uncertain. And finally, the one still on the radar. Chalobah is being linked with a Serie A move, with Como and Inter Milan both said to be in the mix. Gazzetta dello Sport put the price tag at upwards of £35 million, and there's also a separate note that Chalobah would prefer Inter if he gets the choice. So this is more than just loose chatter, but it still reads as interest rather than a finished deal. For now, the money is clear and the preference is interesting, but the destination is still up in the air. Alex Scott is drawing major Premier League attention, with Arsenal, Manchester City and Manchester United all credited with chasing him. BBC Sport say Bournemouth would want £80 million, so this is a big money story from the start. There's no suggestion of a bid or talks here, just strong interest and a very high asking price. It feels like a name to keep on the radar unless one of those clubs is ready to move seriously. Tottenham Hotspur are being linked with a possible approach for MARMoush, who is currently at Manchester City. Caught offside also say Juventus and Galatasaray are in the frame, while several Bundesliga clubs are mentioned too, which tells you there's broad interest here. The valuation quoted is £51.4 million. Right now, though, this looks like monitoring and positioning more than any decisive move. Real Madrid have apparently been offered the chance to land Adam Wharton from Crystal Palace, with Defensa Central putting the figure at £102.8 million. That's an enormous number, and the report also notes Madrid may not prioritise him after publicly rejecting the chance to sign Enzo Fernandez. So this is definitely a significant link, but it's still at the stage of being an option rather than a committed pursuit. Big fee, big club, but no clear green light yet. Newcastle have identified Angelo Stiller as their ideal midfield target, according to Bild. There's no fee attached in the report and no suggestion of a bid yet, just a clear indication that is the one they've singled out. Because of that, this sits firmly in the early interest category for now. Still, being labelled the ideal candidate is a strong sign of where Newcastle's focus is headed. Real Madrid are being linked with a huge move for Bayern Munich and France forward Michael Olise. Fitches put the package at around €220 million, or about £188 million, and describe it as potentially the second most expensive transfer ever. That scale alone makes it a headline grabber, but the reporting still reads like preparation rather than a formal push. For now, it's a monster rumour, not a done deal. Liverpool and Manchester United are both credited with interest in THURAM, according to Tuttosport. Juventus are the current club, and the reported starting point is at least £42.8 million. There's no bid or talks mentioned, just two Premier League heavyweights keeping tabs on a player who would not come cheaply. At this stage, it's a straight-up watch list story. Hull City want to sign Vanja Milinkovic-Savic from Napoli, with Corriere dello Sport noting the move as they prepare for a Premier League return. There's no fee reported here, but the interest is clearly stated and specific. That makes it a straightforward link rather than a negotiation update. Interesting, but still early. Liverpool have emerged as a surprise suitor for Sergio Arribas, according to Ideal. The report says he caught attention during Almeria's La Liga promotion run, with his work coming in attacking midfield. There's no fee, no rival club list, and no sign of formal contact yet. So this is very much a fresh link, but it's one that Liverpool fans will want to keep an eye on. If you want the daily transfer picture in one place, make sure you're subscribed to The Signing Room. We'll be back tomorrow with the next roundup.